When looking for the king of podcasts, you're at the wrong channel.
Well, excuse me!
Looking for good ideas for life? You're far from good hands.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
If you think the listener is always right, you're far from the right place.
Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works!
Hosted by a Northeasterner by birth, but a rebel by choice.
Are you threatening me?
If you want a host that floats between love and madness,
and we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight.
then play on and listen to Crazy Train Radio.
All right, guys, listen to this blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Warning, creators of this game do understand the subject matter may be offensive to some, but they do honor the families and people that have been affected by these real-life tragedies that these individuals have caused. Want to play a game?
Oh, yeah!
Lover of true crime?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, we got an interesting game for you to check out.
Wow.
With the mashup of influences such as horror movies, collecting cards, and RPGs.
What?
Led to giving birth to an incredible creation of this game, Killers, the card game.
You are all I killed with now.
This game is a collectible trading card game featuring some of the most infamous killers, with tidbits of trivia on the back of each card to help you learn some insight to each criminal.
Who the hell are you?
Let's not forget, during the game, cops will be chasing you and these criminals.
I'm a cop, you idiot!
However, check out their website listed through all social media today, which can be found under Killers, the card game.
Am I on the internet?
I want to play a game.
Hey, this is Matt Westin with Tennessee Outlaw Country, and you're listening to Crazy Train Radio.
There's an old ghost train coming down the track. Don't know if I'm ever coming back. Big black smoke howling on a cold steel rail.
Hey folks, it's your least favorite host in the podcast world, Croc, Jonathan Steele. And boy, do we have a good one for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children and all ages, this next guest is the singer, or I should say, lead singer of the electrifying Southern rock / outlaw country band, Tennessee Outlaw Country. This uniquely dynamic group is comprised of 5 members that stay true to their name, but are also known for their deep, rich, soulful country vocals and amped up guitars that is so reminiscent to many heroes in the country field, especially the 70s, whether we're talking Waylon Willie, Hank Williams Jr., Skynyrd, Allman Brothers, Marshall Tucker, you name it. That's the sound with an upgraded version in 2023. But let's go ahead and welcome their lead singer, Matt Westin. Matt, how you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Nobody listens anyway when we...
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but
Maybe we'll get a few viewers. I don't know.
Yeah, no, when the bitching and moaning is concerned. So,
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And so how are things going with the band?
The band.
Really well, really well. We just released a song, I guess it was in May, called Purebred Country, and it broke the top 100 on the Music Row Country Breakout chart. So we're proud of that. We've been playing a bunch of shows, kind of taking a short break right now. Hopefully it's short and doesn't have to be prolonged. Our bass player had some surgery for cancer, and they had to stop in the middle of the surgery. There were complications of some sort, and so he's recovering still, and it's going to be probably a few weeks for him to get back on his feet, and then future treatment, I guess we don't know yet, but we'll be back out there. I think our next show is August 5th, so it gives him a few weeks to heal and get himself back together. But we have a bunch of shows and more shows coming throughout the rest of the year. I know we're going to make it all the way up into Chicago in October, so that'll be nice for a few nights in the Chicago area.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
And yeah, actually, there's a lot of things working behind the scenes as well. When it comes to like booking, agent, manager type stuff, and some possibly I don't even want to say it, but I'm just going to say some pretty cool opportunities could be headed our way very shortly. So just keep your fingers crossed, and you might be seeing us on a pretty big stage. So really hoping for that. But yeah, the band's doing pretty well, and we're having a lot of fun. I used to have that as a poster on my wall in college. It was a small Blues Brothers poster, and it had that line from the end of the movie there.
Yeah, 106 miles to Chicago, full tank of gas,
half a pack of cigarettes. Yep. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
That's a roll. It's funny because it's one of my favorite movies, and I just had an opportunity to watch it flying back from the West Coast. I was flying back on Sunday night, and obviously that was one of my movie choices. Thank you, Delta. And I have to obviously go Blues Brothers. So, but the song, the new single, why don't we go ahead and insert that here now?
Mix it with a washed out gravel road, throw in a little outlaw. Stack it all up with some southern drawl. A recipe for a good old boy is a special kind of blend. It's a soul cook combination that makes him what he is, purebred. He's got blue collar blood running through his veins. He's born with a sense of pride you can't take away. A simple way of living life is all he's ever known. He's an American creation, country to the bone, purebred. She drives a chop top pickup. She can shoot whiskey, she can shoot a gun. Move to a city street, but she got a hillbilly branch in her family tree. Her roots will damn sure show no matter where she lives. She don't care what people think. She knows what she is, purebred. She got blue collar blood running through her veins. She's born with a sense of pride you can't take away. A simple way of living life is all she's ever known. She's an American creation, country to the bone, purebred. Ha! Ha ha! Yeah. from different places. We're scattered nationwide. There's a common thread between us that goes deep and keeps us tied. We got blue-collar blood running through our veins. We're born with a sense of pride you can't take away. A simple way of living life is all we've ever known. We're an American creation, country to the bone, purebred. Blue-collar blood running through our veins. Sense of pride you can't take away. We're purebred. We're purebred.
Coming out of Purebred, which is just rising up the different independent charts and such. Great listen, as you obviously just heard. But Matt, I'm curious to know, because it's funny, a lot of the independent musicians I talk to, and obviously a lot of work is done in Nashville, but I'd say at least half of them, including yourself, commute from wherever to Nashville. And your case, you are a Pittsburgh guy, born and bred. So what is that like for you commuting back and forth? Because you guys obviously still work not normal 9-to-5 jobs, but do the music as well. So what's that like for you? What kind of schedule you got? Because obviously Pittsburgh and Nashville isn't exactly around the block.
Yeah, it's roughly, well, the band is based in Gordonsville, about 50 miles east of Nashville. And it's roughly 9 hours driving. And I try to go as fast as I can. So it's roughly 9 hours down and a little shorter on the way back for some reason. But you know what? You get used to it. It used to be kind of scary to think about for me. Like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna do this? But then you think about it, truckers do that every day. I do it, every couple weeks. It's really not that big of a deal. And I have a hybrid vehicle too, so it's not that expensive anymore, even though gas prices are still ridiculous. So basically my schedule is whatever I want it to be, because I do electrical work with my cousin's company or my brother sometimes. And whenever I have to leave, they're like, go kick ass, brother, So there's no stress there. They don't expect me to be there 9 to 5 every day. So I'm blessed to have that. That gives me the freedom to pursue my music. So really thankful for that. Now it's probably not the most stable way to live, but hey, welcome to the music industry, right?
Whoever claimed that was a stable industry.
So little money. It's there, and then there's that one. Would you stop? The dog is licking me.
You didn't put peanut butter on, did you?
No.
Never mind. We're not going to go down that road.
This dog, you don't even need peanut butter, but I digress. She just will not stop. But yeah, I mean, my schedule, I try to keep it as free as possible to pursue the band, and the guys really appreciate that sacrifice that I make, for sure. And it shows my dedication to making this a success, and also my passion for it. So the driving you get used to. I guess it still kind of sucks, but you get used to it.
Exactly. It's the whole planes, trains, and automobiles deal when you're doing what you love. And obviously I was doing that with a West Coast swing, but ended up having to cut it short. But that's here nor there. So how did you end up getting connected with the band?
Well, my producer, he's Brian Cole. He's produced every song that I've recorded. And we've become great friends. And he produces a lot of different people. And I guess somehow, I forget how he got hooked up with TOC, but they had mentioned to him that they were looking for a new lead singer. And he said to them, I have a guy that if he's not the right guy for you, there isn't one. So basically, I went down there, I met with them, and just kind of chatted about what we wanted to do, and did a little audition for them. and it really just kind of clicked from the very beginning. And the guys loved me, and vice versa. And then we were just kind of off and running. But it all came from Brian Cole suggesting me, and them taking a chance on me. So it's pretty cool how just, if the one right person, everything can change. So yeah, I'm really grateful for him. I haven't really talked to him recently, but Brian, he's touring with I forget the name of the band. I wish I remember, but he's singing. It's like a pretty big Journey tribute band, because his vocals are off the charts. He's insane, man. Just so good at singing, performing, writing, producing, you name it. And yeah, so it's all through my producer, my brother, my friend, Brian Cole. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I found it interesting, so I'm going to have to go look this up as soon as I can, by the next day or so.
Yep.
But apparently you portrayed Johnny Cash in 116 McDougal, which is an independent film. And obviously I've been on an independent film kick lately. So
yeah,
what was that like, doing such an iconic musician in a film?
Well, unfortunately, we haven't filmed it yet. We've done a
damn,
live.
misreading the internet.
Probably. We all do it. But yeah, we have done a live performance up here in Pittsburgh, and we were just in Tulsa recently doing a little performance, trying to get the final pieces of the budget put together. It's a multi-million-dollar project, people from all over the country. We've already got the soundtrack finished. I have 2 songs on the soundtrack, and it's world class. Jimmy Hoyson, who's got like 6 or 7 or 8 Grammys or something, he recorded it for us up here in Pittsburgh. It's just top notch all the way. And the story, I mean, I want to see this film. I'm lucky enough to play a small part of an iconic role in the film, but it's awesome because the story is all about the late 50s, early 60s, where at the Gaslight Cafe in Greenwich Village, that's 116 McDougal Street, that's the name of the tentative name of the movie, is where a lot of folk musicians, beat writers went through, and like Bob Dylan got his start there, Woody Guthrie, Peter, Paul and Mary, then some writers, Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, Salvador Dali was always there, just Andy Warhol. It was just this who's who of pop culture. And the story is about how the artists and musicians and writers that went through there, about how the owner of the Gaslight had to protect them from the government, from the FBI, from the police, from the mafia, because their message was considered counterculture. It was the beginning of the counterculture movement. And it's untold music and American history, straight from the mouths of the surviving people that actually were a part of it. This is all based on interviews. And so this is all untold American history. And it changed the world. Now, when they heard that Johnny Cash was one of the people that would come through there, when he was in New York, he would go play a set there, and just kind of, it was a cool, hip place to be. And they were like, well, we can't not put that in the film. He's too iconic to not include. So a friend of mine who was involved with the film suggested me. So I got a call. I was drinking beer and grilling out by the swimming pool a couple of years ago, and I got a phone call, and they were like, hey, we heard you might be able to play Johnny Cash, because I used to be involved with film and stuff like that too. So I was like, you know what? I just so happen to have a recording of me singing Folsom Prison Blues. So I sent it to them, and within a couple hours, I got a call back, and they said, you know what? It was unanimous. We're taking you. Welcome to the project. And literally, I didn't have to do anything. I just sent them the file that I already had, and I was the only one they even auditioned. So that was pretty freaking cool. And of course, Johnny Cash is one of my heroes, one of my idols, and to be able to portray him even in a smaller role in a larger project, man, what an honor. What a huge honor, and just really proud of it. So we're really hoping to get this budget fixed or finished and go cameras up as soon as possible. But who knows now? I mean, COVID really screwed us up. We were ready to roll pretty much, and then COVID stopped us dead in our tracks, of course, just like everything else. And then now there's this SAG-AFTRA strike, the writers' strike, all this stuff going on. and I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to start filming this year or not. Even if the budget was ready today, I don't know. I don't know the rules with all that, but yeah, unfortunately, you can't see it yet. But when it comes out, I guarantee it's going to turn some heads. So keep an eye out for it.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you said, not sure of the rules and regs because of SAG and such, because I saw it listed as an independent film, but who knows what the involvement of
and
other hands in a cookie jar.
Yeah, well, there are SAG people, of course, in the film, and probably, even the directors, like a bunch of people. So, and they're limited in what they're allowed to work on, and it might have something to do with the budget. If the budget's below a certain amount, they might be able to. But that's above my pay grade. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Steal my line, man. Yeah, it's above. I always use that. So with that project, though, how much nerves is there? Obviously, it's one thing to sing some of the old school tunes and such, whether it be Waylon or Willie and Johnny and all them, with the band or a solo or whatever the case is. But how much pressure is it, even if it's a small role, for you to portray an iconic figure in music?
I'd say it can be pretty high pressure, but I mean, I'm kind of used to it. And like kind of once you start getting into it, I think the nerves are usually before you get on stage or before you start. But then once it starts and there's like a switch hits, and then you're just focused on what you need to do. And I enjoy doing it. So the nerves, I don't know. I don't think there's too much pressure on me because I'm surrounded by such great, talented people that believe in me and I believe in them. And we're just like a family and a team. And that really takes a lot of the pressure off. And especially because my part in the film isn't like a huge major character. It's kind of like a little gem, you know what I mean? So I don't have to do quite nearly as much as most of the other people, the main characters. So that takes a little pressure off as well. And the soundtrack is complete. So I don't even have to sing anymore. All I have to do is lip sync. So that takes more pressure off, So, but yeah, you want to get it right. You want to honor him, obviously. And even though what they say, there are no small roles, only small actors, I guess, or I don't know. But I would put my heart and soul into it. And I think it'll come through in the performance. I just have to trust that. You can't overthink it. Because when you start thinking, that's when you start stinking. Basically.
As they said with the Sixers for years, even though I'm not a basketball fan, trust the process. So
trust the process. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I agree with that.
TOC though.
Yep.
What have you enjoyed in terms of being involved with the band? And so far, obviously on a little break, and we hope your bandmate will recover well, obviously.
Yeah, thank
you. But what stands out for you in terms of what you guys have done together so far?
Well, I mean, there's a lot. I just really enjoy the camaraderie and just how everybody really just we all have different personalities, but we have a good time together. I just really enjoy getting on stage and having fun with my friends. And then honestly, I guess, I don't know, maybe most musicians would say it's a little bit selfish, but there's a certain instant gratification that comes with performing live and having, crowds react or cheer or just having fun dancing or whatnot. It's instant gratification. It's such a rush. I think I love that feeling, and I want to chase that feeling too. But I'm just really proud of where we've come in such a short time. We have 2 songs already broke the top 100, and many more to come, and a lot of big opportunities that are looking like they're coming. So I'm really proud of where we've come from, and I'm excited for where we're going. And I mean, really, the sky's the limit. So, I'm just going to ride it till the wheels fall off, and I got a good crew to ride with. No, I said the wheel already did fall off of our trailer, so. That actually happened on the way to a gig.
I got a good story I'll tell you off when I hit the record button about a known country artist. He was telling me We caught up last September in Jersey because I've had him on a few times and such. And whoever his booking agent is, his engine caught fire, all that fun shit. So obviously the other song I wanted to bring up is Ghost Train. Would that be the one you mentioned as far as chart wise?
Yeah, Ghost Train. Proud of that one too. That one's actually written by Tim Burton, not the movie director, the guitar player in our band. It's based on a real experience that he had riding his Indian motorcycle. He had a heart attack years back, and he had an experience where he saw this ghost train and people waving and stuff like that. And so he wrote a song called Ghost Train, and that one went up to, I think, number 63 on the Music Row Country breakout chart. We just released that one at the end of last year, so that's still actually pretty new. And that's it's been a crowd favorite, I think, even more so than the Purebred Country one.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, you never know how a song's going to, how people will react to it. You just have to make music that you like. And if they like it, good. If they don't, well, oh well. It's
move on.
You're the beast. Yeah.
There's an old ghost train coming down the track. Don't know if I'm ever coming back. Big black smoke howling on a cold steel rail. On this train I'll ride on when my heart fails. We ride the rails forever. About 1 million souls, give or take a few. Down by the river, around the mountainside, there's an old ghost train passing by. Sometimes you can hear in the distance the lonesome sound of a long lost train, and the souls that live on forever, riding on that old ghost train. We ride the rails forever. About 1 million souls, give or take a few. Down by the river, around the mountainside, there's an old ghost train. Yeah, passing by. Give or take a few. Down by the river, around the mountainside, there's an old ghost train passing by.
So, final question. What do you think's next? What's next for you guys? Obviously, once we get rolling again in August.
Yeah. Well, we do have some opportunities that might be opening up with a new booking agent that offered a contract to us to sign like an exclusive contract, and they deal with some bigger bands. So we're really hoping to get that and maybe open for some iconic bands, and then really get our name out there. And also, we want to probably do an album as well. You know, I know we're working on getting a single going right now, but I think we want to get an album going too, especially if we start opening for bigger acts.
Onward and upward, sir. And thank you so much for the time. And I know, have fun tonight. And I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for having me, man. Good times.
Of course. Hey there, Friday fans. We know how much you enjoy the movies. Enjoy grabbing your Friday merchandise and interacting with the Friday family, whether it be at conventions or during our particular watch-alongs. Well, when you're looking to get yourself masks, why not check out our friends over at Camp Blood Customs out of New York State and order your specific custom mask from any of the films. All orders are made specifically. Your needs and wants are. Make sure you find Camp Blood Customs on Facebook, Instagram, and all over social media and order yours today.
Hey you guys, this is Allie Pauline, and you are listening to Crazy Train Radio.